Good morning, and you're watching continuing coverage of the World Healthcare Congress event here in Washington, D.C. We're at day 3 of the event, and I'm very pleased to welcome to the studio Jeffrey Shapiro, who is Vice President of Enterprise Benefits at Disney Worldwide Services, Inc. Hi there, Jeff. How you doing?
Hello there. Pretty good. Yourself?
Very well. And I am thinking right now that there are so many changes going on in healthcare in the sector, but it still seems that people need and want a lot of hand-holding. Is that true?
I would say yes. As complicated a system as it is, people are thinking about their own personal situation, especially in an area such as healthcare. So as much as you try to put options and tools and resources, any sort of communication in front of people, invariably they're going to look for someone to be their trusted advisor, their navigator, their concierge, whatever you would like to call it, to help them make sensible and finite decision making around such a wide variety of choices that they have.
Okay, so how best for organizations to manage this dual strategy, giving consumers the options and the choices, yet also providing the support so that they are making the choices that they'll ultimately benefit from?
Right. I think the starting point is just that, to put the choices in front of people, both in terms of the medical options that they may select from among, the information to allow them to choose their doctor or system or whatever they would like to do to be able to get into the starting point of healthcare delivery. But the other part is that you want them to be able to be good users of that system as and when they need it, first and foremost to engage in primary care, to get that preventive care checkup, which is free under our plan and certainly now under the Affordable Care Act. Then perhaps using their primary care physician as that trusted advisor to help them navigate when they do need something more substantial than just that once a year or twice a year checkup. So if they do have a condition, that can be controlled by pharmacy, that they establish a relationship with a pharmacist, either at their local drugstore or if they have a vendor such as we do that has clinicians, call centers to be able to help you manage your medication. And then, of course, if there is something that's more substantial beyond that in terms of a chronic condition to be managed, that we do offer health coaches. We do invite the provider community to become more directly involved in that condition management, and hopefully in the new era of medicine, that'll be something that will be as well compensated as what we now pay for.
Now, let me ask you, Jeffrey, you've been in the world of benefits for a long time. Your experience in this area is vast. Are organizations headed in the right direction?
I think most of them are. I mean, you do hear a lot of comments about, with this excise tax looming under healthcare reform, that there are certain industries or employers that are heading for the exits, just dumping employees into the exchanges and going,
That's it.
But they really can't do that. So even if, let's just suppose we were in a single payer system, so all the employer had to do is write a check to whomever, and their employees and families would get their basic health care. Well, you still have to worry about the productivity at work. You still have to think about their overall well-being. And so the employers will always have a role in keeping their employees, and by extension their families, engaged in their own personal health from any number of aspects, whether it's physical, emotional, financial. The whole person, I think, is where companies now are seeing their role in moving not just a healthcare cost and delivery equation forward, but also how healthcare will still fit into the overall employment brand that we want to present to our employees.
Okay, and what is the message you want to leave with attendees at this conference this year?
Yeah. Well, what struck me about this particular conference is that you had people coming from all parts of the healthcare system. We had health plan representatives, we had providers, systems, hospitals, as well as employers, and even the IT geeks that are going to have to help us put all that data together. So it is going to be a village effort. No one segment of the healthcare system can do it on their own. So if we know where the goal is, that we all want to have higher quality, better satisfaction, lower cost, I think putting it all in the mix and doing it together is where forums like this will come together and bring that conversation forward.
And finally, as a representative of Disney, what specifically does Disney do in the area of healthcare that may be unique in the marketplace?
I don't think that we're unique, because as much as we're looking to provide our voice to help our cast members and employees, our geographies from a market standpoint, we've already talked with other like-minded employers, hospital and physician systems that are truly trying to get to that integrated delivery of care. So where we may have that uniqueness is that people look upon us because they've had that wonderful experience at the park, at the movies, engaging with Disney as our brand, and thinking that we have something to offer to make the healthcare system a bit more friendly in that regard.
And
so
do you?
To the extent, though, we are going to leverage the ability to have those conversations to the hilt. If people want to talk with us, we will be very much engaged in talking with them.
Very good. Jeff, thank you so much for your time today. We
Okay,
appreciate
thank you.
it.
Okay, likewise.
And I'm Mabel Jung. Thanks for watching.